Hello, traders. Welcome to the weekly candle close stream that the candle close just occurred, but this is the stream of it, so it's the weekly candle close stream. Wow. Welcome. Hope you had a good weekend. Here's the weekly candle, what it looks like. The first moments, it is cemented, and it is officially the highest weekly candle close. You know what? It is the highest weekly candle close since August 8th, man. We did it, amen. There it is. Clearly, you broke 19,891. The pain that we thought would have been up, it is up, right? So, you're well on your way, are you not, to the 200-week moving average, which is 24,758? Isn't that crazy to think? Bitcoin could go and test that 200-week moving average as resistance, and it still wouldn't be enough for a spaceship stream. Sorry. Just not good enough. Because we got to see 25000 for the spaceship. I hope it happens just for that. More so than anything else. Not really. I hope it goes up because of the altcoins, and I hope it goes up because, my God, something's got to give. Something's got to go up since what they're doing to the U.S. dollar. Look how they killed my boy. Over and over and over again. 1.7 trillion omnibus, right? Money to Ukraine, constantly, incessant. So something's got to go up if the U.S. dollar's not. If the inflation's increasing, even if it's off the table, other things are going to appreciate in value. I love spaceships, man. I love them, and I'm disappointed that we haven't been in a spaceship for a long time. Over a year, probably. A year. I don't know. So the weekly was amazing, and the daily, I like it. I'm okay. This is like 3-bar play stuff. All you need to do is rally, and it will be a 2 narrow range after a green candle. Or what does that? I mean, for now, this just means that whoever bought January 20th, they still own it. They still own it, and or no other market participants taking out what they bought. So I like that. 2 days of kind of indecision and not really, I mean, you're just at, I guess, a resistance from September 13th, but you're thinking 23,835 because at least you had something that made a semblance of sense, right? December 2020, you spent a good few days there. And that's exactly where 1, 2, 3 attempts to break it and failed. So I think that's probably the harder target. And above that, I mean, probably 28,800. That's about it. Let's go to Ethereum. That violated that 886. Virtually made it did make a 100% retrace now. And kind of the same thing where just hanging out after the impulse. I think Bitcoin looks better. A little better. No bearish divergence or anything, right? There's no semblance of buyer exhaustion, which is good. So any pullback you get would probably be a higher low than the previous lows, and there's probably going to be another wave up even after a pullback if it was going to come because of the new week or something. That's kind of like what I like. I like the fact that there's just no argument for a significant reversal now. Like, I think if we pull back and then we rally one more time, that's normally when you get those, oh, it's the second high or the third high, right? Like when the bottom got put in and a rally ensued on Ethereum, you know, it was like in July of 2022, right here, after a nice rally, a big rally off the lows, there was no buyer exhaustion. A pullback occurred, a rally, support held, and you went to a higher high. And then it still was kind of tough to be like, oh, there's divergence. But then on the third peak, you ended up getting to a key inflection point, and there was definitely evidence of some buyer exhaustion after a long extended wave. So where we are right now, you don't have that. You don't have that. Oh man, there's evidence of buyer exhaustion. So that's good. Let's go to the weekly. Your weekly is great. Ethereum, highest weekly candle close since September 5th. All right, we did it, man. Yep. Very nice. Back above the 200-week moving average, where Bitcoin is still a ways away. It hasn't even touched it. So I do like that. I like the fact that it's been outside of the downtrend it was confined in for over a year. And that's it, really. I mean, good stuff, man. Might as well just keep it going on the weekly with BNB, which, again, because of all the craziness that happened, it's just not really that spectacular. I don't know, though. If you look at the weekly, it could be the same type of, Monero situation where you sprung, and now have we officially on the weekly back tested the spring? I think that'd be valid if you broke 350 ever. Yeah, right. You look at this, you look at that. Just kidding. You look at Monero, right? Let me get to it real quick. Very, very similar, right? Key inflection point, falls below it, but an immediate rally, and then the nice formal back test, the confirmation low. And Monero just made its highest weekly candle close since May of last year. Very strong. And still a lot more upside. I mean, that's a breakout. You broke out last week. You kind of back tested it last week and held above it. And that's about it. Okay, let's go to XRP. That is beautiful. Beautiful setup on the weekly. Like, highest weekly candle close since October 31st. A very nice potential double bottom at an 88% retrace at a key inflection point. This is where, like, if the TA is respected, then you would be seeing this next. Okay. It's the weekly, so it takes a long time. It took 200 days for this all to develop. 200 days. So don't be surprised if a bottom's confirmed, and we do in the coming months see higher prices. Someone asked me why I look at S coins, because S coins are showing stuff like this. S coins showing stuff like this. Ignoring that is you'll be coming back and saying, should I buy these S coins at way higher prices months down the road? It will be you, and we will make fun of you. We will laugh at you and call you names because you're right. I mean, like, pretty much have a problem with me looking at assets at basement levels with confirmation lows, back testing levels as support. It's just too perfect. Supply line's broken. I mean, how much time it took for this all to develop? Too much time. Okay, we have stock market futures are open. But let's take a gander over at total.
I like turtles.
Totals, let's go to the weekly. Highest weekly candle close since September 5th. Let's go. Very, very nice. Buyers defended it twice, did they not? It's beautiful. Technically a higher high on the close, but not the wick. So a breaking back above the 200-week moving average for the first time since October. That's great. And you just gotta think, I mean, like, what happens when, like, what it turned out to be was like one bottom. It's like XRP, right? In its own right. And then the two bottoms, like the second low. I mean, the confirmation line's 1.18. And if that broke ever, I mean, yeah, you got some definite congestion up here at the 1.3, but breaking that, then you get a 1.7. And then that's a full on, right? A full retrace. You'd be going from the highs to the lows. Common retraces, really. High to low. You haven't even seen a 236 yet, so this may not even be valid, but if this was real, I mean, I think your first target's gonna be 1.29 trillion. If it, let's say, it was confirmed as a bottom, we just don't have the data yet and follow through to, like, confirm it. I think we got to go way higher for that, but if you're going to make a common retrace. Just think about the golden zone, like we know the common retrace area. And it's right there in between 1.62 and 2.155 trillion, which seems impossible, right? It seems like that's a joke, dude. No way. I know, right? No way. Right now. Sure. Okay, we got, I mean, the most controversial thing, like, maybe ever. You just can't even know, right? It's just ridiculous. We're just talking about the S&P 500 futures, where it was a great rally on Friday, an engulfing candle, but are you above the supply line, the mother of all trend lines? No, you are below it still. Yeah, you broke back above the 200-day moving average, but stop. You're getting distracted. Do not get distracted from the supply line that goes all the way back to January of last year. Breaking it could be very significant. I mean, it could be that partial decline with a breakout, and my God, it could go nuts. But until something else changes, you have to say you are confined in the downtrend, and that's it. So we are. Bitcoin futures, I don't know if it made a gap or not. This is getting crazy, right? I mean, like, Bitcoin futures gap again, so that's probably going to fill, 22,400. I think that'll fill, even if it just fills and rallies. And there's an unopened or unfilled gap at 19,500 too, so just keep that in mind. But at the same time, don't forget the unfilled gaps at 28,800, unfilled gap at 35,935, virtually unfilled gap at 53,500. There's so many unfilled gaps. This isn't a gap anymore that is unfilled. It's just there. But yeah, that's where you are on futures. Sorry, keep getting distracted. Got the playoff game on. So we continue. Doge was making some noise yesterday. It was up over 9%, but of course, at a level where we know there would be supply, there was supply, and a pullback occurred. But the good news is, on the daily, a bullish engulfing candle, and technically the highest daily candle close since December 13th, which is, it's not that great, but I'm just telling you, this is like breakout levels, 9.1 cents. If you break it, you've got upsides of 16 to 20% breaking that. And the context is so good because the low, and then the higher lows, the higher high, the higher lows, and the previous lows. And that's pretty good context here, man. There's someone out there that keeps accumulating. They just do. We go to the weekly. Whatever. Don't know why you'd be just randomly saying YFI. The weekly on Doge is pretty good. I love the fact that it broke back above the 200-week moving average 2 weeks ago, and then last week back tested it as support. But yeah, it's just 9.1 cents, man. I think breaking that 20% upside, but that's where things could just get crazy. I mean, just think about if this asset just goes on a corrective wave. It's not going to make higher highs than the highs from October 2021 or August 2021. It just runs and makes common retraces from those levels or the all-time high, the Saturday Night Live high. And you just think about it. It's already made it 236. We imagine one low, then this is the second low being put on the weekly. And you're talking about just going to the golden zone. Simply 16.6 cents again to 23.8 cents. I mean, like, that's moderate. Common. No one would believe it right now. No one believed it when Ethereum was at $84 to $300 in 2020. No one believed double bottom. No one. In 2020, when Bitcoin broke out and we were in log scale looking at that, it broke out in July and then formally back tested in August, September, and then follow through engulfing candle in October. People still didn't believe it, that it was happening. We were covering it, and it's just like, it doesn't matter if you believe it or not, it's happening. And some of these altcoins, you know, like with XRP and Doge and Shiba, and then even like YFI here, I mean, you think what could be happening? It's like one low, then the second low on the freaking weekly.
Can you take a look at Kenshi/Bizd?
Just think about it like that, man. Two valleys and cusp of massive breakout. Like, could you imagine? I mean, I don't know how you couldn't imagine this happening, and then follow through occurs, and then it runs up and goes up 140%, because the weekly tells us that's probably the case. Now, of course, you know, you go, oh yeah, 14,224, but this could take a minute, but this is how it starts. This is what it looks like before moon. Kinchi, I mean, Caligor, I appreciate the only contribution of the evening to look at that S coin. I don't think I've ever heard of in my life. Sure. Well, then Bizico, I'd get no requests, right? Yeah, it's like this, and EOS is like that too. Just this took so long to develop, man. Because you think about not just the development of the structure, but you got to think about all the markup and then the crash and collapse, capitulation. You know, that took a long time too. So I'm saying, like, it's not just 200 days. It's all the stuff before it that happened too. I mean, so long it took. It's just like, I just don't understand, like, if you're out there and, you know, you're a trader or something and you care about crypto, it's like, how could this argument not convince you? Or what would your argument be against mine? Via traditional technical analysis, not, well, I've got this opinion on like this FUD that's going on Twitter. That doesn't count. That's not a real argument. That's like, someone was posting, you know, these guys on Twitter, man. Oh, biggest bull trap ever. And it's like, how can you say it's a bull trap when the entries were at the beginning of the year? Those confirmation lows were getting put in and then some follow through. And that was the signal, the buying signal. And these things are up 20 to 50+%, almost all of them. So it's like people are already up on their positions that much and it's barely even moved. We're thinking like, okay, that's one thing, but if you're then you zoom out and you look at the weekly, the context is so much more significant than just, oh, we're up 20 to 50% on some S coins, on some daily patterns. It's the daily and the weekly that's playing ball. You go to the bi-weekly, it's probably even crazier, man. Crazier. It still looks like a double bot. Look at the bullish engulfing candle on the bi-weekly, you know, on YFI. That's crazy. The monthly's gonna be a bullish engulfing candle. And just look how like the monthly open from August 2020, that's what was defended. You don't know that on other time scales, but then you go to the monthly and it's like, wow. That'll be confirmed in 9 days. If not here, then never. Like, legit, never. You'd never be longing. You should just long in the middle of nowhere and lose a bunch of money. Yeah, okay. If you're looking at the monthly, you have to think about, hey man, if I'm gonna long the monthly, I gotta wait months for resolution. But the monthly looks good. But the good news is the weekly looks good. The good news is the daily looks good. They all look really good. So therefore, you might get when the daily is showing the good signs and the weekly, and if you were playing the monthly, the good news is you're probably going to get resolutions sooner than you think if you were playing the monthly, right? So YFII is kind of it's right there, man. Just telling you, dude. I don't know what's gonna take. It's gonna take to moon, but you're at those levels where just you wake up one day, Merry Christmas. YFII is up 100%. Or DGB. What do the weekly look like on that? I don't know. Weekly looks spectacular, man. It just does, dude. Let's flip the chart over. This is almost like, in ways, besides the crashy or the huge move, it almost looks like Tesla, right? Right? It's like one low, then the second low. You go to like my God, go to the monthly. Well, what's really going on maybe on the monthly? It's like one low and then the second low being put in. And this is the top.
Can you check out Dollar Shop?
Whoa,
Thanks for
whoa,
the
big
streams.
T.
0.000711800 BTC.
It's the big T. Thanks, dude. We can look at that. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, Shopify. Yep. Kathy Woods. All that. So there are others, right? I mean, many others we had been monitoring. Yesterday, we just went through the list, kind of. But then let's look at KSM again. That was just a godsend, right? I mean, just perfect specimen behavior and still up a lot. What are the weekly? It was so visible on the weekly too. That's what's just freaking amazing about it, right? It's just unreal. Like it was an all-time low on KSM the week of December 26th. It's over, Chad. And then the engulfing candle, buyers defending it, and all of a sudden things turned around. So you got 3 white soldiers right there, and you got to think $43 target from here. Anyway, let's go to Litecoin. I'm just going around, man, knocking them out. Litecoin had technically, like barely, had its highest weekly candle close since May of last year. And look, I mean, what's so crazy about it is you broke that February 2020 level 2 weeks ago. You back tested it last week, and here we are, a new week. And there's really not much of anything here till $130 on Litecoin. That's that's reality. That's going on right now. It's very quiet right now. Composite operator level still shh. But when you start going 140, 180, 200, that's when the dumb, stupid money comes back. That's when, like, hey man, I've got 700 people watching right now. That's when I got 1,500 people tuned in with that's for the stupid money. You'll be swimming with half the people here will be dumb money. And just, when should I buy? Oh wow, he keeps saying you should have bought before, but I wasn't here. This guy just talking in hindsight all the time. It's your fault that it's hindsight. You didn't take action when it made sense. We were here. You weren't here. Going live in Miami when the market's dead. I mean, that's like for real. The market was as dead as it's been in a long time, in years, I think. At the time when everything was confirming its bottom if it had a confirmation low. Like, Shiba and YFI and all them. It's insane. You can't even make it up. I'm like on wit's end, losing my mind. And that was the bottom. Here's your QNT on the weekly. 3 white soldiers confirmed. Very nice. Highest weekly candle close since October 31st. I'm just still like, what are you doing? Go to 150. 151, 156. Get it over with. Pathetic. It's ridiculous how long it's taking. But look at the structure here. I mean, it's not like perfect or anything. It's a whacked out neckline. But you can clearly see the argument of the momentum shift. It's the momentum shift. Like, how do you look at that and be like, meh. Man, I'll wait, dude. I'll wait on QNT. Nah, you should have been in weeks ago. We're in Moab, man. We are at that moment just before the promised land. We must go to war with the scrubs. And then when we defeat the scrubs, we will be in the promised land. So pretty. Whoops. It is really a sight to behold when you have a weekly and daily argument at the same time. It's just special. Sorry. Oh, you want to do that. So there, the double bottom is confirmed. You broke out, you back tested it, you're just hanging out in purgatory, waiting for 156, 200, 263 and beyond. Just waiting, dude, on Quant. You have the patience to continue to wait, or because if you waited, I mean, if you bought at the actionable level, you're up 30% on your position in 20 days. I don't know. I think that's pretty good. Only a peasant would think that's not good. But like, if you're patient, you got to let it ride. You could see so much more upside in time because of the weekly. I mean, we're talking like you could see another 46% upside on your position, and then after that, you go up 86%. Patience. I guess we'll just knock out their request real quick. Let's see here. Let me check my notes. Kinshi. Oh, God, dude. We're going dumpster diving. We are at the casino. There's only one thing. It's on PancakeSwap. And, you know, dude, like, I really do appreciate it, Caligore, the contribution, man, because you are one of two people that has contributed to this stream today. Okay, I thank you for that. But what can I do? You know, the requests are like more so meant to be like, you're contributing to the stream, but it's, you can just say thank you, right? But like the requests are like, hey, it was a wedge, I guess, right? It was kind of a wedge, maybe, just eyeballing it. You broke out yesterday or 2 days ago. Kind of a wedge. It was more like a channel. It was just a channel and a pump, man. So I'm just saying, the request, you know, it's like about, let's find an edge. Let's find something together for an opportunity for along and actionable areas. This is just kind of like, so what you're breaking resistance to, I guess, what would be 1922, the Roaring 20s connect, Cabot. And there's no target until 2814. I'm just telling you. I'm not saying it's going to go there because it could be a fake out. I mean, you could immediately just fail and fall right back below 1922 and then run straight down to 1586. But I'm just saying, above this level, the only price action that's ever occurred is a straight line up and down. So therefore, that could happen again. That's all I can give you on Kinshi to BUSD. Thank you, dude. Caligore. Where's that name from? Caligore. So from World of Warcraft, it was Drakthul. Wait, no. Caligore. I guess it is, yeah. No, that's like that's like, it's a bunch of World of Warcraft names, dude. There's Caligar. I don't know, dude. I guess it's just nerding out. It's a name you made up for a while. I got you. No, I doxed you, Cabo. You're on this server, dude. Why red? Why red? Why is my light red and why did it blink red? That doesn't make any sense. Thank you, Robbie Nelson, for the 10 super chat. Thank you, dude. Okay, the next request is just Shopify. We're going shopping. We're on the internet. We're going to do things. It does look really good now. I mean, I think the momentum is shifting. Okay, I think it's like you had a bear shark and it's turned into a bullish 5-0. Let's see if it hit that PCZ of the 5-0. Oh my God, it did. It's so perfect. Okay, so you don't even have to go like that far. I'm just going this way for Scott Carney, like in education and stuff. It's like, okay, the bearish shark pattern, right? 886, type 2 return, whatever.
Hey, a bunch of coins on cup and handle IR on the daily eye. Thoughts on $R and $X?
Cup and handle, man? I don't know. Well, look, thank you. So the shark presents itself and the reversal, and then between a 50% and 618 retrace. That right there is the pattern completion zone of the bullish 5-0, and super strong. It's all about, can you break $41 to $43? Because that's it. Look, it's not above that level right now. It's below it. Closed very strong, like at it. August 2019 peak. I think when you break that zone, that's when magic can happen, where you do the same thing you did in history, where I think like a first target will be $51, $57 after that. But if you take that out, you can just kind of obviously visualize what could be happening now. Right? It's almost like Wyckoff accumulation to some degree. Wyckoff accumulation or momentum shifting structure, right? I mean, just like, come on. Like a really large left shoulder, the head, of course, and then the right shoulder is developing. And what I love about potential inverse head and shoulders, or head and shoulders for that matter, is when the right shoulder is higher than the left shoulder. That indicates demand, overwhelming demand, where the sellers tried to, whoever it was trying to get it to that key inflection point. But if there was too much demand and it couldn't get there, that's bullish. That's good. It's a good characteristic of a head and shoulder. Just like if it was a head and shoulder pattern, there was a lack of demand or too much supply, so market participants who bought could not push the price back to the left shoulder. So really bearish. Really, really bearish in this context. But good news is, it's not opposite day anymore. It's been opposite day for effing over a year. God. So I'm saying extreme upside above $43. I mean, this is like where, hey, new price or new year, new price. You're talking about like measured move of something like this, and it all lines up because there's just not much resistance. Like you're talking, I mean, that type of stuff. Breakout, 100% measure move if this was valid would be 62.27. That's serious. That's strong. Okay. I think the idea fails after you fall below $30 or so. So it's just kind of like, yeah, you'd have to lose 25% of your value. But I mean, that right there, you're above the 200-day moving average. I wonder if we have a golden cross incoming. We have a golden cross right now. Are you kidding me? Jesus chimes for Shopify. That happened on like Friday. Wow, dude. You can't make this up. This is crazy. The argument strengthens. I love it, man. I am very extremely cautiously optimistic, okay? I'm not saying I'm full on bullish, because you have not done enough things quite yet to say the trend is reversed, right? Have you made a higher high? Nah. When you make a higher high though, it'll be a breakout and there will not be much to stop the asset from going up way higher, which in this situation, 48 to 50% upside if you just hit the measured move is brilliant. Brilliant stuff. Okay. Big T, great request, man. See, Caligore, Big T requested something, and it was kind of like it had not done stupid stuff, and it's setting up, and everyone here can benefit from that request. Everyone watching. Possibly, if they want. And if not, then they're gonna, I'd say, put it on your watch list, observe, give it weeks, and let's see how it plays out. And then sit on the sidelines, you paid attention to the developing pattern, and then time goes by, and all of a sudden, dang, man, just like in early January when all these things were developing, maturing in crypto, the altcoins, now you get, if you were an observer, you saw it, how it all turned out. TA was respected. Okay. And by the way, I mean, if you're like tipping and you're like requesting things, kind of like, again, you know, what do you want me to do, man? It's like a minimum stuff. So it's glorious, dude. It really is just something spectacular. I mean, it could fail, and everyone, look, dude, I'll tell you this, everyone, it is the most anticipated bear market drawdown collapse ever. Your barber's telling you they're going short on everything. I look at an asset like this, and it's impossible for me to want to be like,
can we use a new XRP chart and look at it again on monthly and weekly and at trend lines? Want to see how you look at a chart when you first see? I know it will end up looking the same as the one you already have.
So, Wally, yes, sure, we can do that for fun. I'm just saying, right? You already crashed, right? There is no value in shorting here. It's marginal downside. It's a lot. But like the thing is, the sellers tried twice and failed, and the buyers came in, and then the sellers took back over briefly, and it was so weak they couldn't push the price down to $30 again. So that's indication of sellers are just cooked, dude. You're out of sellers, I think. Think like a lot of ARC stuff's like that too. It's been destroyed. Like I think Squares and Wyckoff accumulation now. They're look at this, dude. I mean, you talk about Momo shift. Get out of here. This is like GameStop in 2020. I know there's no formal neckline or anything. It's almost like FTM didn't have a formal neckline, but dude, that right there is so big. Late December. Merry Christmas. One does not simply spring back test to spring and crazy good things not happen. Okay, so $90 target, highest daily candle close on Square since August, broke above the 200-day moving average. You got to understand how good this is. Jumped across the creek. That's what I'm talking about, the Wyckoff accumulation. You're now like, I think, getting towards phase D and breaking $90. Guess what? Nothing but straight up, down, until 133. Please know that sellers had unlimited time virtually, and now this stuff's happening. I get it. It could fail. But you tell me, isn't this where you're looking for structural developments the size of, my God, dude, this was 200 days. And where's it all happening? 95% retraces, 88 to 95% retrace, low to high. That's exactly where you look for. It doesn't even mean the bear market's over, okay? What happens if like the asset runs to 92? What if it runs to 133 and makes an 886 from the previous high to low? It's still in a downtrend, and it could roll over way later. Only after shorts have become homeless. But yeah, I think you're gonna, $83 is very, very real. That is not a joke at all. You're gonna test that. Don't know if you'll break it because it's serious. Breaking that though, man, that's where things get nuts. Okay. Let's go to XRP. It's not even a black swan if everyone can predict it. That's not even a real thing. A black swan is, whoa, dude. No one saw a black swan coming because they're black swan and you only see white swans everywhere. And then all of a sudden, randomly, you're just living your life. There's a black swan one day. That's the whole point of it. ETC doing thing. I'm an alert if serious stuff happens on these coins, you know. But yes, ETC is crazy, dude. If it break, we know what happens to ETC if it breaks the inflection point. We know. It's just added again. XRP. Let's go to the one with all the data. All the data. Okay, I'll do this one, and I'll literally, I will trash it all, and it will be a naked chart. Here it is. Here is XRP. What do you say? Look at the monthly and the weekly. We'll start with the weekly. Clearly at lower levels, right? What's up, Goblin with a Y?
Love the streams. Can you take a look at the dollar hex chart?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Goblin. Yes. Right? Clean chart. You're looking for inflection points. Normally, like, you know, key levels where you can just see what makes sense. Okay, well, we know, like, how many times different, you know, there's been inflection. There have been reversals. Right? So, for instance, okay, my God, like, can't tell me that's not real. Like, how real is that? You can barely tell, but it's like this high from August 2017, October 2017. Look, clear inflection in 2018 over and over and over. Look how long buyers defended that level. And then you broke it. And then look, it was support. Now it's resistance, 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 resistance over and over and over again. COVID crash didn't hold, really. And you put right back above it, right? Look what happened when you broke right back above that inflection point with an engulfing candle. That's when it went on the crazy run. And so now you're back at that level. The level, and you're trying to tell me I can discern one low and then a second low? No way. And then add to that, again, this is just reiteration of the analysis I've already put in, but from the COVID crash low to the highest high, it is at the magical 886. Magical. That is like the level. This is like, if you don't take longs with weekly double bottoms at 886s, then you're never going to take longs at good levels. This is the good level. You're living it right now. Chart with more data. Dude, this goes back to 2017. What are you talking about? What do you need? This is before the crazy pump. I mean, like, what more do you need? Give me a stop telling me to give you a chart with more data and not give me the chart. Give me the exchange. You should have done that initially, right? You didn't. I'm just going to wait. I'm waiting.
Clipping coupons in the stock market.
I don't know, sir.
He's looking for one. Well, I mean, like, telling me to do something, but like, I can't remember a chart that has more data than Bitfinex. Like, I'm looking at the weekly. I could look at the monthly. I just don't see the point in looking at the monthly right now. Like, we don't need to. Binance has more data than Bitfinex. Okay, we're gonna see. Unbelievable, dude. That's what you should have done initially. Be like, hey man, could you look at this chart? Oh, I've already been here. We've already gone through this.
Please don't get angry, use Bitstamp.
There it is. Yeah, so I mean, like, the data from when it was at 0. So Jay. It doesn't change anything. The key levels of inflection are still levels of inflection. So you defended it twice. You've actually, wow, look what's happened. This actually happened. So you can't tell. You have to be scaled in to see it, but this happened. That high from May of 2017 was officially broken. less than an hour ago with confirmation of a candle close. That happened.
Can you take a look at ENJ?
Sure, we can look at Engine. Sure. So you have a formal confirmed breakout of the level, right? It was like the first time ever in 2017 it became an all-time high. Okay, I'm gonna take note of that. That's real. That's really important. So that's broken. And three white soldiers virtually, it's kind of off. It's not perfect, but the upside, the target is 46.6 cents above this on the weekly. 46.6. A candle high close from 2019. Candle low close from 2018. That's it. Next target, 48 cents. So from where you are right now, 48 cents. Is it 48? Yeah, no, it's 47. 18% upside.
That's the high I was talking about the other day. I know it doesn't change much, but I like smiley face.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make a... I mean, I guess it's more bullish. It's a confirmed breakout. And no one even knows about it. It's the most subtle, quiet breakout ever on the weekly. So this is where, like, I mean, it could take months, but this thing could end up at 80 cents easily. Easy. That's like being nice, man. In fact, it's kind of like just Shiba in ways. You know, you broke a supply line of sorts and you just confirmed another bottom. I mean, it's really good technical argument for upside on XRP and multiple others. Oh, thanks for the contributions, dude. Thank you. Okay. So I think the next one, yeah, the next one was Hex. Hex, unfortunately, looks nothing like XRP or Shiba, but it is at basement levels. That's real life. We could just start it with the weekly, where buyers have defended the April 5th high again, but there's no confirmation low really, unless this is the low and this is the second low. But you've certainly not. How could you say you put in the second low and there's enough of a reaction at all? I think if that holds, there could be a lot of upsides. Like, you can't. This is the weekly. It looks like that. The weekly close way back from April 2021. You see it's holding. I think that's good. But like, dude, you got, like, can you do something that's not bearish? Look, man, you put in the lowest low of the entire bear trend, and now I put in the lowest high. Like, that's garbage. Like, Hex compared to many others is garbage right now. I don't care what it does. Like, if I have finite money, I'm not putting it in Hex. I'm putting it in something else, like XRP or Shiba or YFI or YFII or DGB. There's so many others that are just superior technically to Hex. Even if Hex is broken a supply line, it's still above it, still holding. It's just like, and we know it's at basement levels. So if the macro rallies and Hex rallies, can you really be that surprised? It's not like you were wrong, dude, on liking other assets over Hex. No, it wasn't. It's this bull crap, dude. And you get back above 30 or 3.1 cents and I'll feel a lot better about Hex. Until then, I'd rather have my money put in something else. Especially after like this whole Post Malone Doge chain coin. If y'all remember that. One of them went to zero. Someone requested one, but this one doesn't really look very good. I don't know. I mean, engulfed back above the level. Right, what was the one they actually requested? Oh, it was to wrapped ether. Look at this. Did it recover? Nope, it's still down 100%. I don't know what happened, man. Like 2 days ago, went to zero.
Thanks, Mitch. Appreciate it. Don't ever get Mitch mad, guys.
Dude, it's just like, I don't know. Okay. I'm mad, dude. I'm so mad, bro. Yeah, Hex, dude. I don't know. You want to fund more Louis Vuitton bags for an overweight child.
Happy Lunar New Year, Mitch. Roll Tide. Hashtag final for a year. 0.000487770 BTC.
I hope so, William. That would be amazing. Well, hopefully #1 seed for the first time ever. That'd be crazy too. Roll Tide. Engine. Yeah, I mean, I don't really there's nothing to really look at. It's making a lower high than the previous high. Its most recent event was the lowest low it's ever made. So just bear trend. There's just nothing special about it. Yes, wow, dude. Like everything else, it showed bullish diverted, set inflection point, and reacted violently. And that's kind of it. That's where it kind of ends. I'd say there's a candle high close that it tested. The candle high close from January 2021. Looks like that's it so far. That's the resistance. And if you broke that, 62 cents. But again, man, it's just kind of like I don't like looking at assets that have just put in their lowest low and are maybe putting in just another lower high. I hate assets like this. There's just no point. Like, why would I care about this when we can see what Shiba's doing or all the others, man? Or Shopify or something. My God. So many more compelling arguments with traditional technical analysis than this that I just don't want to spend much time on it. But I am. Someone contributed, supporting the channel, and they want to look at it. I will look at the weekly, I guess. Three white soldiers confirmed, I guess. Nice engulfing candle at the support. Caught follow through. Very nice there. I'm sure a supply line broke. I mean, you broke out on that at least. That happened. Okay, cool. So, I mean, if you break the 45 cent level, then a target of 62 cents, I guess. I think it's kind of reaching to try to say it was a wedge. I mean, how can you say it's a wedge? No, not even a second touch or anything. Like 2 touches here. At least on some you got that. I don't think it was that. It was just you broke a supply line, man. So many. I mean, most crap coins look like this, and I don't care. I care about the ones that were showing the edge, the higher lows, the double bottoms, the bullish divergence on the second bottoms. The second bottoms were testing inflection points from history, from the COVID crash low to the high of the 886. That's all we're looking for, over and over and over. Yeah, all these scam joke coins, 95% plus retraces. That's great. Imagine there's an XRP settlement. I mean, it's almost setting up like that's what's going to catalyze it. You know, it is such a massive development at such a critical, perfect area. The sweet spot, the oasis. XRP is kind of like a dream on the weekly. A dream, dude. It's not the only one, though. There are others. Many others. Oh, God, we've been live for an hour. Been an hour, dude. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, the bell, sub. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. And don't forget to join the Discord. Working on 15,000 members. Very active most of the time.
Ola Mitch just came back from Tommy's Burger. If you ever in Cali, try some. Since BTC is uptrending, miss some of the bags not fill on Troy/USDT 4 hours and 1D, but oh well, lol. ACH and AIR on my back end. Thanks Mitch.
Wow, that's a lot, Mr. Chicken. Dang. Sorry about that on Troy. ACH and AI, what's going on there, man? I don't know that, but Tommy's Burger sounds good. I'm getting really hungry because dinner time. Thanks, dude. When I am bullish, see, that's the thing. Like, Keys, people saying I'm bullish, that's bull crap, dude. I've never said the trend is reversed and we're in a bull trend. We're in an uptrend. We're not. We're at like the potential reversal areas for swing trades. That's it. We're not in a bull trend. This thing could go to 73 bucks, not in a bull trend. Or 73 cents, sorry, not dollars. Like, I think it's naive to say that I am bullish. I'm not bullish. All I'm doing is telling you in textbooks that I didn't make this up. I didn't make up the harmonics have been identified since the 1920s. H.M. Gartley, Type 2 return, Scott Carney, double bottom, Bukowski, bullish divergence, probably Wells Wilder, critical supports, holding. That's not me being bullish. I mean, the fact that these things are up, Shiba, for instance, up 50% in about 3 weeks. All of a sudden, I'm bullish. No way. That's bullcrap. It's up 50% since we identified and started talking about the second low and all the things happening at the great areas. That's bullcrap to say I'm saying I'm bullish now or something. Troy, we'll look at Troy now. Wow, David. Literally, I mean, like, people, you might be trolling. I mean, this is the dumbest thing ever. Like, what are you saying? Like, really, dude? So you're not bullish? After I just went through all that. Yeah, people asking these questions. Maybe I shouldn't even look at chat. It's just unreal. I mean, Troy looks pretty good. I mean, right here. It is interesting. It held sports. Clearly, the zone. You see the zone that's held, right? Hey, it's November of 2020. Look, it's December 2020. Look, it's May of 2022. Look, it's November and December of 2022. And you held it. Buyers defended the crap out of this level again. So, I guess you're near the tail end of low risk. Just like XRP isn't bullish, XRP is at a low risk area for ridiculous upside. Doesn't mean bullish, just means low risk areas for to take a long because you don't know, right? If I don't know, if I'm telling you I don't know where an asset's going, does that mean I'm bullish? No, it doesn't. So the upside on this, if it just does what it's done throughout history between worthless and worthless, 2.59 tenths of 1 cent and 3.49 tenths of 1 cent, then your upside is about 19 to 20%. If you ever broke that, then that's 44 to 4.4 tenths of 1 cent. Like, we're on the weeklies, we're at crossroads where it's like these are the levels where if this is where the buyers come in normally, but we know from history this is where the big new rallies occur. But it doesn't mean it's going to happen. It just means that historically it is probable. So as you can see, the weekly on Troy, it's one low than the second low. I don't think you've caught enough bids quite yet, but you are at the lower risk of things, the lowest risk of things for a long.
What would be a good stop loss XRP for entry now? Looking to go long after this confirmed weekly breakout.
Hey Mitchie, just checking in. I hear rumblings about a massive breakout in gold due, short DXY, thoughts? Also, thoughts on Pulse Dogecoin?
Well, I didn't look that good at Engulf, but I don't really. I'm not putting my money. I would not put my money in that over one of these. Like, I'd probably have my money in Troy over Pulse Milosh Dogecoin coin after looking at the chart briefly today. Yeah, look, bullish engulfing candle 2 weeks ago. Holding supports. I mean, after all the divergence, this is it, man. If not here, then literally never. You're a FOMO Moonboy scrub. If you're not taking shots at these levels, you're not a real trader. You're just not. I mean, these are like, these take so long to develop. How much time does it take for all this to happen? I think people would take for granted where we are right effing now on some of these cryptos. Because time is going to go by and these things are going to accelerate. More bids are going to come in and you're going to see stupid, unbelievable rallies. You're not going to believe it. And you're going to be like, dang, man, I wish it was January 22nd still. I wish I could go back in time. Because I wasn't paying attention then. But now, Troy just happens to be up here at 0.7 of 1 cent. You can't believe it. And here's the thing. It's not certain, but it's like, say you're here and you have a stop loss somewhere marginally below the lows that were put in November. And the stop loss triggers, you lose a little bit. But the upside was unbelievable. It's like a bet. It's just like your reward to risk is so good here. It's unbelievably good that you're going to risk a little bit for an insane treasure. I mean, the upside, you think about where it could go from here. Just to go test that candle high close, it goes up 84%. But what if it goes all the way up to the August high, August 2020, December 19 highs, like these candle closes up here? If it does that, and it's a double bottom confirmed, you're going up 200%. And you were asking, Kush Blunts was asking about gold right there. And it's like, I mean, gold, sure, gold's going to do its thing, but screw gold when you could buy a gold miner, where guess what, dude? The Jesus levels, just like some of the cryptos are at Jesus levels, so is a gold miner named CDE 2008, 2014. You take for granted where it is right now. People would. And then this thing goes up to 743 in 6 months from now. And people are like, well, what should I do on CDE? It's like, you've missed it. You have to look elsewhere. It's not here anymore. You missed it. It's incredible, isn't it? Shots, dude. Yeah, William, rewrite that and post it again, because that's inverse. If you're taking shots at this level, you are also not a real trader. You're not using any critical thinking to just be like, it's time to go short. If it is, you got to be looking at maybe the 5-15 minute or something, dude. At these levels, Bitcoin has gone nonstop. If a pullback happens, it doesn't really matter. Again, remember, everything is off its optimum entries for these S coins. They're all up 20 to 50+% now. So a pullback happening on YFI or Shiba or something, really, you can't be that surprised. What, dude, you're up that much on your position already? Whoa. Let a pullback happen. You could add to that position on a nice pullback. I'd rather have my money in CDE than Pulse Milosh Dogecoin. I'd probably rather have my money in XRP or Troy or Shiba or YFI than Pulse Milosh Dogecoin coin. Kush Blunts. Thank you, dude. Let's go to ETC, because people keep screaming about it. It's only up 2.88%. It's really not that big a deal. Look, and it's just another one, though. I'd rather have my money in ETC than I would freaking Post Milosh Dogecoin coin, okay? But this one has not broken out, and you keep screaming about it, but my alert hasn't gone off, and until my alert goes off, it doesn't mean crap. Look, it's still in the zone. You have to break $24. Why? Because look left. Look at all the times where it's reversed there. And even if you break it, it doesn't ensure it's a real breakout. We just know if it's a real breakout, you might back test. Look what you did in the summer. You broke it and you formally back tested it a couple times before going straight up to $40. $40. That was the level. Could do it again. Yeah, I'm not trying to be abrasive. I don't know, man. It's how I am. I can't help it, right? I really can't help how I respond. It can be possibly really abrasive and overbearing at times. Okay, well, you're gonna have to deal with it because that's how it goes here. How are you gonna get better? I mean, like, if you can't take criticism or you can't take tough love, you will never get better. I spent my whole life taking criticism, getting better, taking criticism, getting better over and over and over again. And now it's like I'm on a platform where, hey man, I've learned something. I've learned things from really smart people. And now I'm trying to instill those values in you. And this is the way I was talked to. This is the way I was criticized. This is the way I learned and got better. So Lind, yeah, up 2%. Lind was gorgeous. It was incredible. It has not made a higher high yet, but number go up. 94.70 is the target still. It's at here in 886. But see, this is on an asset where you could say, hey man, if it pulled back here, can't be that surprised. It's off its lows. It's off the entry level, not kind of, oh dude, it went lower or it didn't quite get there. No, this was Jesus perfect levels, okay? I would say just after that engulfing candle on the 5th or the 4th, it's up 54% in less than 3 weeks. Yeah, longing now is stupid. Who would tell you to go long right now? Who's telling you to go long right now on Lind? If anything, this was the level. You know it if you invested in yourself. But again, it took 200 days for this thing to develop. And now the rallies are starting off these lows. And it's like, look, you had the whole bear market to learn these structures. I was here every day trying to teach you, learning about harmonics, type 2 returns, bullish divergence after losing 90%, 95% of your value from your lows all the way to your highs. This was the sweet spot. It always has been, always will be. So it's like when opportunity presents itself, it's far too late to prepare, even though like you could have been watching the stream January 4th and not be prepared and understand, oh my God, what I'm saying. Why do you keep talking about XRP? It's not pumping, dude. Like that, if that's a pump to you, you're out of your mind. Look, the daily argument for upside's there, but it's dwarfed. It's dwarfed compared to the weekly. I mean, the weekly target is 53 cents. But dude, we're at 40 cents. That means you have minimum 32% upside just from here. Look at the positive momentum just beginning to build. It's stupid good. It's been that way though. It's been that way. I have an alert set up, man, on all these. People just spamming about different assets that are pumping, but why have none of my alerts gone up? That means they're not really that significant. These easily could get pulled back. ETC up 3.24%. KSM's up 2.79%. I mean, like, no one spams about this one, even though it was so crazy good. It was so perfect, man. Specimen. It's YOU''RE. If you are. Now, come on, William. Get it together, dude. Wi-Fi. Okay. Dude, again, breakout watch. I mean, look, why do you think I have the Andromeda Galaxy on this chart? I'm telling you, dude. This is what assets look like before they go on unbelievable runs where you can't believe it. you can't believe it. And it won't be in the news because not even the news is going to know about YFI. But it's here. I am the news. Breaking news. YFI on the cusp of an absolute ungodly, life-changing breakout. Where this would become an NFT. I'll NFT this thing. I mean, all these other ones are working on NFT status. They are. Like talking like they were such perfect setups that they could be in textbooks, and they're already up 50% from the entry.
For entry now, weekly and daily setup.
It's pretty easy, dude. Because I've talked about the levels.
Why don't you trust me?
Like you're not at an entry anymore. Like the whole point of the daily was to give you the best entry, near as close to 32.5 cents as possible. But if this is real, man, like, and it's gonna play out, no joke, and we're gonna get a actual like real retrace, then you're in good shape. But I'm just saying, you could take on some pretty decent losses before this thing goes higher. So if you're saying, I got to do it now, man. Like if someone had a gun to your head, they're like, you have to take a low risk, high reward opportunity on XRP. Well, we know like you can't, if you're going long right now, that means that XRP would have to get, and you wanted to strategize a stop loss. And it's somewhere strategic because you're out at you've separated from that strategic entry area significantly, right? It was 32.5 cents. You're up 20+% from that area. So the closer you are to those inflection points, the closer you are to a strategic entry and short, stop loss. So 3-to-1, the best we could do, right? So yeah, we're at the pawn shop. Best I could do for a 3-to-1 is 67 cents. So, but there's nothing really there. Not great, not terrible.
I love you, Mitch. Breaking news. Local on the 80.
Is that how it is in Russia? Local on the 8th at the 14th minute of the hour? I don't think so. Thank you, dude. Thank you, man. It's not, but like, hey, man, let's use, Fibonacci. If you're conservative, you probably use the peak from August. But if you wanted to be nuts, insane, psycho, and you use the highest high, which I'm not even sold on that yet. I mean, a 236 is right there at 3.14 reward to risk. Let's go pi. I mean, this is like, something like that, maybe. It's tough because it goes down to that level and holds, and you're so dangerous to getting stopped out, and it's scam wicked. But I mean, that's 2 targets, and then you could talk about a 3rd target. Let's see, 50% retrace like that. That's how you could play it, I guess. You could also play the measured move of the double bottom.
I'm not the one you're looking for. I'm not the one you're looking for.
Measured move of the double bottom takes you to 80 cents. 80 cent measured move.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
So it's just like a way of looking at it. Again, sorry to everyone that wasn't here when no one cared. Sorry, everything's up 20 to 50% from the entry. Just about everything or more. So people coming in asking me, what should I do now? It's like, what happens if we can get a 15, 20% pullback on all these coins and everything's still an active trade? It's just you're getting wrecked because you bought in at the end of a short-term wave and a small pullback happens and then another wave up later.
Hey Mitchie, ta on KDA please. Happy New Year, bud.
What's up, Johnny? Yeah, dude. We'll look at Cardano, the redneck version of Cardano. Gonna go down and buy some Cardano. All right. Let's go to it now. What's next? Well, you can't say it didn't lose 99%, 98% of its value. God, like everything else. Joke, man. But yeah, it's just like, wow, I haven't been to this in a while, but look at that. Look what we did. We have a completed, no way. You have a completed Psycho Deep Crab, 1.618. Wow, near a 224. No way. Maybe type 2. It's kind of, I don't know, it's such a small potential type 2 here. It's kind of a little, it's like a ugly looking KSM in ways. I mean, this is where you could definitely see some sort of more significant rally. I think it broke a supply line as well, right? Look, 1 and 2. Yeah, you broke a supply line. All right, so you are approaching a key level. All right, 140 is the key level here. If you can't break it, I mean, you might be coming back down to 88 cents again. But if you break 140, it's very easy to target, and you can see it, right? The correlation of price action from history: up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So if you broke 140. Then your target would be 221. And that means if it broke that resistance, then you would have 57 to 75% upside. Very interesting here. It's the deep crab, so it's got to be red like a crab. It's the deep crab. Talks like crab, tastes like crab. Deep crab. So it's almost like you have a dragon, a bullish dragon comboed with a really nice confluence of some fib extensions, 224 and 1618. And you know, it's not really ad inflection. It got close to 70 cents, right? You see it, 71 cents, whatever. Never touched it, never tested it. So it didn't really have any divergence either because it was a slightly higher low on the second low. So, and you're below the 200-day moving average, right? I think that's why even still, like if you break 140, you're breaking the 200-day moving average and inflection point, so you got a lot of upside if it breaks. So if not here, then if someone put a gun to my head and is like, you got to pick a time to go long on Cardano, I guess I'm doing it right now. But I don't, right? There's just so many other places where I could put my money on assets that are better, but this is okay. If it does what KSM did, then it's going a lot higher. No stray. I mean, it depends what you mean. They are almost identical in local structures, but the difference between YFI and QNT is I think YFI has a wave reversing harmonic, like we saw Bitcoin in 2018, 2019. Where you had the drawdown and it ended a cycle and began a new wave up to 16K roughly. And QNT is more like a trend that is already established. It's a continuation harmonic versus a reversal harmonic, right? I don't know if that's talked about much with Scott, but the context is different. So I'll just show you real quick what I guess I mean, even though everyone knows and is probably tired of hearing about it. But look here, listen, right? You had 2018 and 19 on Bitcoin, right? You had the 55% loss in 5 weeks capitulation. Then the harmonic develops and it ushers in a completely new wave, right? That's where YFI is. That's where Shiba is. That's where some others are, okay? Lind was kind of like that too. And then you have Litecoin from 2020. Well, so you see this, and then we go real quick to YFI, and it is the identical situation, right? You went through the capitulation, drawdown, crash, and then the M-shape develops. Stage is set for a new massive wave up. 18K is the hard ending target. It's the Andromeda Galaxy, right? So you're gonna have stops along the way, targets for profit taking before you get there. Okay, then we go to Litecoin from 2020 and XLM if you want, where the drawdown already occurred, right? And recovery, and then throughout all the noise, the M shape develops. And the trend's already virtually reversed. The low, the high, the higher low, the higher high, the higher low, the same high, the same low. Trend's been reversing some. Then the M shape, the higher high, whoa. The higher low, the higher high, then the higher low from this low. That's the trend is reversed, but it's a continuation. So you look at that, or you look at, again, I'll show you the other example, happened at the exact same time. These were trade setups. Same thing on XLM, where the bottom was put in, the trend had reversed, the M shape develops in the newly established trend, and then, oh, a nice back test of spring and then gone, right? So that's where QNT is. It's already reversed its trend. The bottom was already put in. The higher lows and the higher highs they're already there. So this is extremely powerful. I think this is why it's more powerful than YFI itself, but I think they could have similar outcomes in terms of upside. Okay. Oh, nice. It's 6-9 at halftime. Beautiful. Oh, it feels so good! Thanks for the 740 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button above the sub. Thanks so much for being here. We're on the new week. We got a little price action. Some assets like Chainlink's up 3%. All then just like that. All right, Chainlink's finally starting to show some life. Okay, so Chainlink's about to see its highest price since early December, and it's approaching a key level. A key level where, in September 2020, it was a valley and a rally. If you break that, there you have a target of about $10, $9.50 to $10, the top of the range. Right, one low, the slightly lower low at the bottom. That was the time to take a shot, to take a long. If you were you're up substantially on your position. Now is not a good time. I mean, it's just a random time to long. It's not a low risk. It's impossible to strategize a stop loss now. If you missed out, that's your own effing fault. Deal with it. Cry about it. If you missed out in early January when all these assets were maturing their arguments for upside. So, again, it could be real fast if this asset can take out 771, the previous high from December 3rd, straight up to $9.50 to $10. KSM's already is now at 3%, right? Doesn't really look like it, does it? But it is somehow. Lind, another one you missed out. We already looked at it. GRT was one hey, look. It did not hit a 1618, but it hit a 1414. It showed that second low with the divergence. So the variables were there, and it broke the double bottom confirmation line, back tested it, and it's rallying. It's still below the 200-day moving average. It's still below its old all-time low. Again, I think there are better assets than this. It has not made a higher high. I mean, there's nothing really about GRT. There's no argument for a trend reversal. None yet. But it's a good start. It reversed. For the time being, it reversed at a level where if you used critical thinking, you could have gotten in at a good entry with a tight stop. I don't know, man. I'm getting hungry, dude. Getting hungry, getting about that time. It's kind of meh, not enough price action for hype. No real breakouts yet on any of these coins, even though they're so close, right? We now have breakout watch on a multitude of coins, but they haven't broken. Cardano was one of them. Cardano was right there. It's on breakout watch. Look at this, dude. Do you see? It's trying to break. I mean, it really is. But you're still below That 2018 peak, that's at 38.88 cents. You're getting real close to a breakout, aren't you, on Cardano? But it's coming after this long extended wave. Man.
Fet, please. Not asking for a long opportunity, lol. I got in at 9 cents. Took some profits, but does it look like it's stalling out here on the daily? Maybe more upside? Weekly look okay?
Appreciate the scenes when entries were low and showed up regardless of viewers. 0.000488800 BTC.
William, we gotta get you a new keyboard, man. Appreciate the steams. What am I? A masseuse at a Schwitz? I'm pretty good at steaming. Thank you, dude. Fet. I do appreciate the contribution. I'm just kidding with you. Thank you, dude. Fet, though. As Polly Walnuts would say, take your clothes off. Why don't you want to take your clothes off? There's not much to do here besides just look at the levels. I mean, that broke the resistance from 2019 and multiple times, but then there's a candle high close that it's at right now from 2019. But other than that, straight up, straight down, and then up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. I mean, like, if it's real, I think a pullback at any time it could happen, and it's gonna be fine. It could lose 50% from the low to high and still be extremely fine. But like, if it's above 25 cents roughly, it's broken out, and the target would be 50 cents. So you're talking about like 100% upside for a hard target up there. You could pull back first and then go later. So I'm not saying like it's time to buy Fet now. I'm just telling you, like, it's above some key levels here, and the consequence could be 100% upside roughly, or close to it. 90% upside. Thanks for the 400 likes. Yeah. Wow. Surprised I got that many likes, man. Thank you. That's it, though. It's not. I mean, it was better request right before Christmas. It looked fine. It looked pretty good, for real. Higher low, holding above the 200-day moving average. Failed bearish breakdown. It was solid, man. Okay, so just like, you know, that's kind of like it. I think a lot of an hour and a half, and right, I just the stage is set for insane breakouts on some of these select coins. Stage is set. Shopify looks like the stage is set for a breakout on that one. God. XRP, YFI, Shiba, Doge. I mean, FTM's already lost its mind in a positive way. QNT, Breakout Watch. I mean, you have Cardano's now on Breakout Watch. I mean, I think Litecoin's already broken out, and it's like win bids, like, right? January 4th, win bids. Question, trademark, right? Win bids. They came in. Now it's like on some of these, win more bids because
Mitch,
it's time.
Can you please check Dollar Gala? It's starting to rip.
Yeah, Matt, thanks so much. God. Yeah, Dollar Gala, Twitter. Yeah. That's what you get when you tip pounds, mate. Oh yeah, it's solid. Gala. It broke out. It back tested the breakout. Oh yeah, the upside's insane. 7.6 cent upside. Do you hear me? Right now, the upside potential right now is 43%. That will be the target. Yep, it could do it today. It could be up that much today. It has done everything. It broke a supply line, but then it's like, oh okay. Then the 200-day moving average broke that. Now it's broken the key inflection zone. It's done, and all that's left to do, if that's real, is to go mark up stupidly to the next level. All right. Do you understand, mate? It's broken, and it could go insane. That is what the UK sounds like. Yes, I agree. I should get coaching lessons from a Brit. I don't know. I feel like if I just lived in the UK long enough, I could pick it up. Like I'll start sounding Cuban soon, being in Miami long enough. So it's doing things. It broke out, it back tested, and it's now trying to run. So pay attention. This is a big deal on Gala. Thank you, Liam. Yeah, tie ball game, man. I kind of want to catch the rest of this, man. Can't be mad at me. Okay. Moon soon. Gala? Looks like it. Very possible anyway. And then, you don't want to deal with this asset below 40 or 4.3 cents. You just know hands off limits. And then above it is moon soon time. Just like ocean above a certain level. It's already taken off. It already broke out, dude. If you're above 2.77 cents, it's time. It's moon time. It could be going to 61 cents eventually. It's already started. But it was just like...
Hate to see you go, but enjoy your game. Thanks.
It's power hour. Thanks to the 1337, dude. Well, I mean, there's not enough going on yet, for me to be sticking around for far extended streams. Look, dude, when Shiba broke out and it was January 11th, we were on markup watch. It was breakout watch on the 9th. Then the breakout happened. Then the back test. And it's time. It's like markup time. Pay attention because this is when the markups occur because it already broke the level. It happened. There's nothing you can do about it, and now it's run straight up to the next level, and it's like perfect TA respect. But if you ever break 1340, bye-bye. Bye-bye, 17, 1800, then 2000, then 3000 after that, so. I don't know, man. They're just, like, we are the precipice of an enormous crossroad right now on some of these altcoins, and it's like they're already up. It's like you're already minted, dude. If you were here, like if you took the long at the trade setup entries down there, right? It 3 weeks ago. Okay, you're still in, you're still active trades. You're up a lot, but now we're at the new threshold where you break this next level. You're about to double, like your whole position's about to just go up 40% or more. Who am I rooting for in this game? Probably just like Dallas. Multiple reasons for Dallas. Dax SEC, Burrows SEC, Jalen Hurts Alabama. So I kind of want to get SEC quarterbacks. That's pretty cool. But Probes played there. Dallas hadn't been to a playoff, or whatever, a championship game, and however many freaking years, 27 something stupid years. It's the South it's San Francisco, dude. Imagine being San Francisco. How could you root for them in anything? Just look that city is like the epitome of the worst thing happening in America. Like politically and just like demographically, like in terms of socioeconomic, like problems, like policy, like everything is that's why it's pretty easy, no brainer on wanting Dallas to win. I don't want San Fran to win anything with what they've done. And what's spreading, people leaving there and then going to other cities and spreading that same trash. It's like cancer, metastasizing. So Dallas would be my answer. Okay, easy. again, if a pullback happens, it doesn't mean anything except it only means something to the people that FOMO'd in after all these assets have appreciated 20 to 50% from their entries. Those are the only people that are going to get hurt in the short term if a pullback happens here. Only ones. If a pullback happens and you've entered and you're up that much and you're okay, patience, because a higher low is most likely going to get put in from the previous low. Dude, San Francisco, man, give me a break. There's nothing good about San Francisco anymore. Maybe it used to be, sure. It's been destroyed by political activists. Oh my God. And bad policy for 50 plus years. Ruined San Francisco. Yeah. Like, give me a break. Sourdough, though, that's about the only thing good about San Fran anymore is the sourdough bread. Yep. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything between. I'll be back. Until next time, respect, T.A.